Hello YouTube, Freddie Cardona here. Welcome back to another Driving and the News. Today is Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. And we are going to get you the news right now.
Again last night, so the Mega Millions jackpot for Friday the 13th will be at least $1.35 billion, the second largest mega jackpot ever. Sports, Rangers and the Devils won, the Islanders lost. No deal for Carlos Correa and the Mets. 10-1's AccuWeather, clouds breaking for some sun today. We'll have a high of 41. Wednesday news time, 8:01. Now it's traffic and transit from Karen Stewart.
Let's check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. 35 to 40 for the inbound George Upper now, about 30 for the lower. The inbound Lincoln is 35 to 40, and the inbound side of the Holland Tunnel, as we check the cameras there, is at least a 30-minute delay. Now, in Jersey, we are very heavy on the Parkway. Southbound right into Irvington, we see you at 143. At 143, there was an accident in the center. So that explains the delays that you're dealing with. And then, north of exit 138 in Kenilworth, we have an accident there. And 2 lanes are blocked. So we've got a big mess in that area from 138 into 143. Northbound 109 at Wood Avenue in Linden, a disabled tractor trailer. This guy broke down in the right-hand lane. We do have delays there. Elsewhere in New Jersey, we've got 21 traffic both ways, trying to get between Route 280 and Route 78. Very, very busy there. Now we're going to check and see how we're doing over in the boroughs. We've got the Belt Parkway westbound across Bay Boulevard still with an accident in the center, and the eastbound Jackie Robinson is jammed into the Van Wyck from back right around Woodhaven Boulevard, and that's because of an accident at the Van Wyck, and the left lane is closed. Responsible by Cars for Kids. Our next report is 8:11. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
All domestic departures at U.S. airports are grounded until 9 o'clock due to problems with an FAA computer system.
A key part of flight plan filing is the notice to air missions that the FAA provides to pilots to let them know about severe weather, airspace closures, or other factors that could delay a flight. The NOTAM computer went down overnight, raising the specter of widespread flight delays. The latest update from the FAA says its technicians are working to fix the problem and are, quote, repopulating the system now. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
The White House is aware. We got this tweet from White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre about 10 minutes ago. The president has been briefed by the Secretary of Transportation on the FAA system outage. There is no evidence of a cyber attack at this point, but the president has directed DOT to conduct a full investigation into the causes. Of course, we'll let you know as soon as they get the system up and running again, but right now all domestic departures grounded until 9 a.m. Defenders of Congressman George Santos are pretty hard to find these days. Now, Democrats are demanding an official House Ethics Committee investigation over Santos's largely fictitious resume and curious campaign financing.
House Democrats filing an ethics complaint against embattled Republican Congressman George Santos, hand-delivering it to his office.
We have a complaint for you.
They're calling for an investigation by the House Ethics Committee, insisting Santos has failed to uphold the integrity expected of members of the House of Representatives.
Rachel Scott on Capitol Hill. New York Congressman Dan Goldman also wants Republicans to weigh in here.
We haven't seen a single movement on the part of Republican leadership. They have not commented on this publicly. They have not condemned George Santos and all of his lies.
They might do that today, though. The chairman of the Nassau County GOP and elected Republicans have called a news conference for 11:30 to make what they're calling a major announcement about Santos. About 7,000 nurses are still on strike against 2 of the city's largest hospital systems, but the nurses' union may be close to a deal with Montefiore, as Samantha Liebman reports from Montefiore this morning.
The nurses back out today to put pressure on Montefiore to seal the deal, but talks with Mount Sinai's main campus stalled after reaching agreements with Mount Sinai West and Morningside. Nancy Hagens, president of the New York State Nurses Association, says lack of staffing is leading to burnout.
Nurses are walking away from the bed because of the abuse.
mentally and physically. We can't take it anymore.
They're asking for better nurse-to-patient ratios, saying nurses currently caring for too many patients. An ER nurse, Shirley Escala, says that's leading to delayed treatment and medications.
It's a dangerous situation for the patients and for us.
In the meantime, the two hospitals have been diverting ambulances, canceling non-emergency surgeries, transferring patients, and using traveling nurses. Samantha Liebman, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM outside Montefiore in the Bronx.
1010 Winds AccuWeather. Cold and overcast this morning, but clouds will break for sun this afternoon. It'll be seasonably chilly with a high of 41. 35 now cloudy, humidity at 56. The winds are northeast about 15. 35 going up to 41 real feel right now, 25. A 36-year-old man was outside Fun City Seafood in East Flatbush last night when somebody fired 16 shots at him. He was taken to Kings County Hospital where he died. There's no word on who shot Philson Andrews, who lived on Montgomery Street in Brooklyn, or why they shot him, but cops say the killer took off in a red car. A traffic stop in Fort Lee ended with agents of the Drug Enforcement Administration opening fire on a car.
The shooting took place along Whiteman Street and involved two DEA agents. The Drug Enforcement Administration says at least one of the agents fired at a car, hitting one of the occupants. Tom works at a nearby jewelry store. What did you hear?
A couple pops across the street, my store. Just a bunch of police came and blocked off all the roads. They pretty much, I guess, kept the situation in control and kept everyone away.
By the time it was over, the car with bullet holes in the windshield had collided with the utility pole. The DEA isn't saying more about what happened in deference to the Bergen County prosecutor who has the case. Roger Stern, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM in Fort Lee.
The governors of New York and New Jersey both delivered their State of the State addresses yesterday.
There was widespread applause when Governor Hochul declared she stands by the goal of New York's bail reform law.
That the size of someone's bank account should not determine whether or not they sit in jail or go home.
But the room was much quieter for the next line in her State of the State, that the law leaves room for improvement.
To make sure the law is clear for our judges and what their rights are and what their expectations are.
Hochul says she wants to give judges more flexibility on crimes that are bail eligible. The Legal Aid Society says it would accomplish nothing of value. Another big focus is building more housing, giving every locality in the state a target to hit.
When proposed housing projects are languishing for no legitimate reason, the state will implement a fast-track approval process.
Steve Burns, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
In New Jersey, Governor Murphy shared his vision for what he called the next New Jersey, which apparently will be a place where it's easier to buy liquor.
Expanding the number of available liquor licenses will not only help keep our favorite local restaurants healthy, it will also keep our economy healthy.
It was the first time in 3 years that he delivered his State of the State in person at the State House. This is Human Trafficking Awareness Day, and Robert Una-Ue, CEO of Goya Foods, is very aware of it. He says his company is working with partners across the city to help teachers and students identify victims of human trafficking. Among the resources being provided, instructional videos.
Videos of different situations where you can recognize.
This is the site of the old Markel, the main building, the main brick facade design.
Come out of foster care, and that human trafficking is one of the most lucrative criminal enterprises in the U.S., right alongside drug dealing. 35 degrees, cloudy, and we're going up to 41 in Midtown. People in military service or entering it are no longer required to get COVID shots. Republicans in Congress made that a condition of passing a military spending bill.
Pentagon officials were not happy with the congressional order, but they are following it, rescinding the COVID vaccine mandate. Defense Secretary Austin saying the military's health and readiness are crucial to defending the nation, and he still encourages service members, civilian and contract workers to keep getting the vaccines, but he can no longer require them. Pentagon saying anyone who has refused to get the shot will no longer be discharged, and those who were can now request a general discharge.
Andy Field reporting some Republicans want service members who are discharged for refusing to get vaccinated to be reinstated. The order from the Secretary of Defense gives commanders discretion on how or whether to deploy unvaccinated troops. Lots of people bought tickets for last night's Mega Millions drawing, but nobody won the grand prize again, so the jackpot for Friday the 13th will be the second largest mega jackpot ever.
As the prizes get bigger, the lines grow longer.
Back in July, we saw a record jackpot hit $1.337 billion.
So what's on the wish list of all those aspiring billionaires?
Go on a vacation, pay off a couple of mortgages. I would help my church and get lost.
Because there was no winner last night, Friday's jackpot will be worth at least $1.35 billion. The cash option, $708 million before taxes.
Pointing the camera over to the left just to give you guys a view of the buildings here on River Road, River Street, River Drive.
With Karen Stewart.
All right, we're going to start with the Hudson River. Here's what you need to know about the inbound bridge is about to the lower 5 to 40, and the inbound Howland has got about a 30-minute delay. We are really in a jam in New Jersey.
That sounded bad, right? The digitized version of what she was saying.
Southbound Parkway at 143 in Irvington. You stuck there? We've got an accident in the center lane. That'll do it. And then north of exit 138 in Kenilworth, we've got an accident there. And we've got 2 lanes blocked. So it's kind of a mess on the Parkway between 143 and 138 right now in either direction. Northbound 1 and 9 at Wood Avenue in Linden, we've got a disabled tractor trailer there. That thing is over to the right-hand side. Now, NJT is on time, so's the path. Both directions of the 4s are delayed. Brooklyn-bound 4s are express only, too, between Woodlawn and Burnside Avenue because of mechanical issues at Kingsbridge Road. That problem has been going on since about 4:30 this morning. Expect delays at the airports, as you've been hearing about here on 1010 Winds. Alternate side parking rules and regulations, they are in effect. We're sponsored by Jack Pocket, letting you play official state lottery games on your phone. Use code RADIO for a free ticket. Must be 18 or older to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Please visit jackpocket.com/TOS for full terms of service. Our next report, 8:21. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Now the 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast from meteorologist Dean DeVore.
So if you're thinking about your travel plans with the airport situation the way it is, driving around the region should be fine today, all the way up through Boston and down to Philly and beyond. We get into some problems later tonight into tomorrow with some dampness. It could get a little icy in some of the inland suburbs first thing tomorrow morning. And then the rain evolves in later tomorrow night, comes down pretty heavily, eases out by Friday morning. Temperatures are going to spike mild in the low to mid 50s for Friday. And then we're going to get colder but stay dry for the holiday weekend ahead. I've got us in the 30s, low 40s all 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, and Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday for the holiday, and dry weather then. Today is going to get up to just 41. The clouds we have this morning breaking for some sun. Then we'll watch out for the slickness and the iciness inland later tonight, early tomorrow, and then that rain evolving the rest of tomorrow night. 35 at the moment, going up to 41 in Midtown today. Real feel so in the mid upper 20s. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore, New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
At U-Lot, they know going the extra mile takes hard work.
Give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supply.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me in the car as I drive to work and listen to 1010 Winds. We'll see you on the next video.